PR Connections Radio presents.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're hearing this podcast from. Welcome to my podcast, Prospering in Health and Wealth. My name is Verner Dixon. I'm with VM Enterprise, and I am wanting to have a discussion with you about health, wealth, and wellness, and talk about how they actually interrelate with each other and can create a better environment for you, create a better work environment for you, a life situation for you, particularly if you have your health and you can focus on generating your wealth. And I think we'd have a lot to have conversations about. If you're interested, hang around and get your friends and relatives on board. And so let's get underway. Thank you. Let's go.
This podcast is brought to you by LifeWave. Ready to elevate your wellness game? Meet X39 from LifeWave.com. This game-changing patch uses phototherapy to stimulate your skin, enhancing strength and stamina by channeling your body's innate energy. Simply apply it to harness infrared heat, naturally boosting your vitality. Want to learn more? Visit www.lifewave.com/VernD and step into a healthier, more active lifestyle today.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I am so excited about being here today, and I hope you've gathered your friends, relatives, and cousins and gotten them all here and ready for this particular presentation today. I've got an exciting individual with me today, and I want to introduce you to him because, as you know, I try to bring you services of other providers of health and wealth services. And so that's what I've been trying to do today. I think we may be having a little technical issues over there, but we'll try to get it resolved as we move forward. Are you okay, Pablo? Well, it looks like he's not. Anyway, I'll get, as soon as he gets his system together, I'll be able to introduce him. But this is Pablo Dibello. He's a good friend of mine that I've known for quite a few years, and actually they call him Mr. Beamer, and that's the reason I really reached out to him. So it looks like he's still having some issues right there. So you can't hear. How about your phone? How about your phone? It looks like we're having some technical difficulties there. We may have to play some cartoons or something to get this thing started to make sure that we can move forward. Well, it looks like we're still going there, but I'll see if I can introduce him as we're moving through here. Here's some things that I didn't know about him, and as long as I've been knowing him, I mean, I didn't realize it and understand, remember anyway, that he's a member of Mensa, the Worldwide High IQ Society. So he's been involved in that ever since, I guess, college or maybe even before. He's kept a 4.0 GPA in this college environment. And so he got through college on the Regents scholarship. And so, like I said, I've known him for a few years, and we used to hang out together, having coffee and talking about issues of the world and talking about health issues way back in the day. And so it was an opportunity to continue the relationship. And he has gotten busy and moved on to different businesses that he's also promoted and done valuable things with. Well, it looks like he's still having problems over there, and so we may have to come back and do this again. But anyway, we may have to come back and do this again. Anyway, one of the things that I didn't know about, everybody knows about the soccer that's going on, our World Cup. And so as I'm reading back in, I saw that he played for Argentina. And I'm saying, Pablo, you played for Argentina? And I realized it was rugby that he was doing. And also avid reader, and based on some of the things that he's able to do or have been doing. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear it, but we can't hear you now. So we've got half fixed on this side and nothing on the other side. Can No, can't hear you. Can't hear you. But you can hear me, right? You can hear me. Yeah, he can hear me, but we can't hear him. Let me see. I don't know what we're going to do in terms of putting this out because even just having this conversation, it'll just be me talking about his products and services. And so, what we're going to do today, in terms of introducing him as Mr. Beamer, and I've introduced other products in a product similar to Beamer. And I don't know if you remember when I had a product that I spoke about that's a box that I stuck my hand in to actually warm the blood up to help me with pain management. And most of the time, I'm trying to resolve or find some issues or products and services that'll help me in supporting pain relief. And so that's how I was introduced to that particular product as well, because that's a product that you lie on. I mean, you put it in your bed. I mean, you have next to your bed and you lie on, you get a particular amount of body warming up. I mean, and the issue is about as your body warms, your blood becomes more health related and is able to help you relax, handle immune issues, and just overall, it gives you an overall better feeling about your health.
Vern, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Absolutely, absolutely. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I've told everybody how wonderful you are, and Mr. Beamer, and that kind of thing too. I am so glad that you're able to talk. And I hadn't introduced the product that we're going to be talking about today because, as you folks know, that I'm always looking for a product or a health product to help you out on from a perspective of health and wealth. Because if you got your health, you can work on your wealth. If you've got your wealth, you can work on your health. So I look in that environment. So Pablo is here today. We're going to talk about his additional product in addition to the Beamer. Maybe we can have another call about the Beamer at some other time. But I'd like to have him introduce, since I've been talking for the last almost 10 minutes, and have him introduce himself again, and also talk about the product, Avini, that we're going to be talking about today. And I want to talk to you about that pain portion of it as well. So go ahead, Pablo. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, whoever is watching, welcome. We really made miracles here at trying to connect the technology. But I didn't give up trying. Like Tony, I learned from Tony Robbins. He says, if something doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. And if that doesn't work, try something else. So how many times until you get what you want, right? So Verner always I remember when we met. That was in 2010, and you look as sharp that day as you did today. Always the best dressed man everywhere that I've seen you.
Thank you.
So always I was I feel very honored to share my little bit of few words of wisdom with your incredible audience today. In the few minutes that we're together. So I got started in what is called holistic healthcare in 1996. Okay, it's pretty amazing. It's been 30 years now when I was introduced to a product that was coming from France. These people they were making the wine in France, and they were, instead of getting rid of the seeds of the grapes, they were getting an extract from the seeds of the grapes that created an incredible antioxidant. And we built a multi-million-dollar business at that time. And we help a lot of people, just with a natural product that nobody ever heard about, overcome all type of illnesses. So that was in 1996. Okay. So as you know, times change, things come and go. And 8 years ago, I was introduced to the technology you're talking about. Beamer out of Liechtenstein is German engineering and Swiss craftsmanship. So it doesn't get any better than that. And like Vern was saying, this is a unit. You're looking, I mean, it's not cheap. You're looking at $6,000 to $10,000, but it's like buying an Audi or a Porsche or a Mercedes Benz. If you treat it properly, the quality is incredible. It can last you for a very long time. And I for the last 8 years, I've been able to help many, literally hundreds of people. Another million, we sold over $1 million of that unit over the last 8 years. In my personal case, I sleep so much better than I used to 8 years ago. And if you're not sleeping well, you don't need to ask me. I mean, anybody listening, you need to ask me about the Beamer, because if you're not sleeping properly, going through those 90-minute REM cycles where you wake up fresh, alive, and vividly remembering your last dream, if you're not experiencing that every day, you're aging faster than you should. And Beamer is going to help you to do that. The challenge that I run into, because most people call me for pain and lack of movement, so I work with a lot of seniors and veterans, the challenge was that not everybody could afford to buy the unit. So it was very, and I offer free sessions for vets, and if any vets listening in, I offer free sessions to vets. I mean, I do a lot of things for the community, so they learn about things that they didn't know that were available. But at the end of the day, if they were not able to get regular daily, it's like eating a salad once every 3 months. You're not going to do much benefit from that salad, right? So it's something that I do. I do 8 minutes every morning, and when I wake up, and I do my meditation, my prayers, and my visualization for the day, and I do 8 minutes before I go to sleep. When I close the day, and I thank for all the amazing things that happened to me that day. But when people were coming to see me and they were living with the pain, and I couldn't really help them, that was heartbreaking. So one of my clients, actually, who was retired here in Summerlin, a very, very successful person. He actually was one of the youngest vice presidents of kind of like Echo Drugs. He built billion-dollar companies as vice president and so forth in the drug industry, like Walgreens and so forth. He partnered up with a genius biochemist. Some of you, if you're a little older on the audience today, you may recall Rexall. The Rexall pharmacies all over the country, right? So in the year 2000, when everything was going online, Rexall decided to form an online store with natural products, and Rick Deitch was their chief formulator officer. So again, like I said, a genius biochemist. So he partnered with this person, and they have about a dozen very unique, very unique specialty nutritional products, all scientifically based, but with no side effects. And one of them, this genius biochemist, you see this little product right here. This is going to save so many people's lives, because he found a way to use the peptides from cobra venom for pain, and with incredible results, to the point that through following all the FDA regulations, with Beamer, I cannot use the word pain, just to give you an idea. We follow all this. So I have to say, the people say, is this going to get rid of my pain? Well, that I cannot use that word, if I want to follow the FDA regulations, which we do, but I can use the word discomfort, right?
Well, okay.
So it was very uncomfortable not to use the word pain. I have to use the word discomfort.
Well, I can use the word pain on here, because that's the thing. I'm glad you're starting with that, because that was interesting too, because as I was looking at the products and things, and I came across, I'm always looking for pain issues. And then I saw the one said for pain, because on his website, folks, he has testimonials of people using the products that he has. And so when I came on the pain, and then when he was looking at the pain issue, because his arm was all messed up, he had done some things, and he had surgery and everything, and he was still in pain. And so when a friend offered him this particular medication, it says venom, and he said, wait a minute, what did you say? Snake venom? And he said, wait a minute, I'm not taking that. But back after he take a look at it, he said, and he started taking it, because you take it, I guess, a spray in your mouth or whatever, and you can kind of do that. And he said he just felt awesome. And so he's been on it ever since. And there are others as well, too. So I'm sorry, I get excited about pain.
No, I love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah. So go ahead.
By the way, this product is so powerful that actually the FDA allows us to use the word pain because it's classified as a homeopathic drug. So it's a homeopathic drug is actually for pain relief, and we have it in a roll-on. We have it on a spray for, and then we also have it on a gel. So now suddenly for under $100, I could give people a solution. It's not the same that with the Beamer, we actually eliminate the issue at the cellular level, but this will eliminate the discomfort, and is non-addictive. Okay, it's non-addictive. So we got over 1,000 veterans of opioids over the last 4 years with that product alone. Now, the other product that I like to mention, and this is something that just came out just a couple of months ago, it's called Motion, Plus Motion from Avini Health. This actually it supports healthy joints. It's actually like W40 for your joints. Yeah, incredible for people that have any type of issues with movement and they try everything else that didn't work. And this is a product that is so powerful that I'll be 63 in a couple of weeks. I don't take any medications. I haven't been sick in 20 years. Last time I was sick was in 2006. Awesome. I don't get colds. I mean, and I used to have a lot of health issues before. I used to be overweight. I used to weigh 235 pounds. I'm 175 right now. Okay. So I look like a different person. I used to suffer from hemorrhoids. Like I said, I didn't sleep well. I had a lot of issues, but I decided to become my own health coach because unfortunately, we can't trust doctors if they're sicker than we are, right? Yeah. So if I go to my doctor and they tell me all the issues they have, I'm going like, how that person is going to help me, right? So anyway, I bought it and I said, well, I'm going to take it, just see what happens. But I'm very active. I walk every day or hike or so forth. And I noticed, I don't know how to explain it, but I was feeling better inside, and I'm going like, man, at my age, whatever I can do to prevent premature aging, I will definitely do that. But those are just two of the products that basically anybody that is running into people that are complaining about health, they're having issues with movement, they're looking for natural solutions. And this is kind of like my three-prong criteria that I have before I recommend anything else. There has to be science behind it, okay? Actual science on the actual product, not on the ingredient. And I have a scientific background, so I can look at the science. And many companies say they have science, and when I look at it, it's just, it's not really science, but they make it look like it. So there has to be science behind it. There has to be no side effects. So I don't recommend anything that can help one person and will hurt somebody else. So everything that I recommend, there's no counterindications with their prescriptions or whatever they're doing. And number 3, it has to be an ethical company run by ethical people. Yeah. Because we run into that over the years. Great products run by fraudsters and so forth. So if they meet those 3 criteria, then it's something that I can take to my people. And one of the challenges that is happening right now is like nobody has any idea where the economy is going, right? Yeah, right. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. It's totally irrelevant right now because we don't know. I mean, if the stock is up, but I don't have any stocks, it doesn't help me at all, right? Right. So what people are worried about is like, well, how, particularly people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. So this company is set up in a way where they decided not to pay any advertisement and so forth. And instead, out of every $100 that the company sells, $50 they pay back to whoever referred them to. Okay. So we have a very, very, and by the way, the other thing that they had to go like that, because if you put this product on the store, you ever gone to the store and look at the health products, you get so confused. And don't you dare asking the teenager that is working at the store, because if you ask the question, they go and they pick it up and they start reading the label. And I'm going like, I could have done that on my own.
Exactly.
I don't need help, right? So people don't know and end up buying the cheapest product, right? So, or the one that has the nicest package, because that's the only way they can judge, right? So these are products that these biochemists try to sell on infomercials, try to sell on GNC and so forth, and they really didn't take off. But when somebody who's using the product and getting results is telling their family, their friends, the neighbors, the co-workers, suddenly everybody wants to try it, right? So the company said, we're going to go ahead and pay you But if you spend $100, we're going to give you 100 points credit. A lot of companies, as you know, they say you need to have 100 points every month. And then when you're going to place an order, you order $100, they only give you 70 or 80 points, right?
Right.
And they say, we're not going to play. So they make it sound like they're paying more than they actually are, right? So there's no monthly fees. They don't charge you for the website. They don't charge you for using the app, all the other profit centers the company has. Okay. There's no sign-up fee. There's no renewal fee and things like that. They don't play any games, and they already allocated at those $50 in commission. So there's no breakage in the way they pay compensations, because there's so many companies, the compensation plans look so interesting. But then when you put it into practice, you didn't have a person over 50 years old that placed an order on a Tuesday, so we're not going to pay you the commission this week. I mean, they do those things to increase their profit. So they don't play any of those games. Basically, I just buy a package. Like if you go to Costco, many people are members of Costco or Sam's Club, right? I am. You pay a membership, and now you can go in and buy a wholesale, right? And they make very little money on the pricing of the products, but they make it up in volume, right? So here is the same thing. You buy a package which is a below wholesale package, discounted. Mm-hmm. And after you buy the package and you get a lot of your products for you to use, you are a wholesale customer for life. Yeah. Again, you don't have to renew it or anything and so forth. And very, very, very customer friendly, if you will. The other product I'd like to mention, because there's a lot of people that are having issues with digestive. If you know people that have digestive issues, this was one of the most successful product with Rexall. I hate the name of the product. I love the product. The product is called Plus Fiber. And the reason I hate the name, because people say, I'm taking Metamucil, whatever. This is not like that. Okay, this is a product that actually supports healthy cholesterol levels. It supports healthy glucose metabolism. So if you have people that are having issues with blood sugar and so forth, this is something that is measurable. They can take it for a week or 10 days and test before and after. They're going to see those numbers improve. So not only it will help with mobility, bowel mobility, but it's going to help them with the intestinal flora, which is so important. And it's going to help them with blood sugar levels and cholesterol and so forth. The other product that is phenomenal, I don't have the spray right here, but everybody heard about colloidal silver, right?
Yes.
And colloidal silver is fantastic to kill bacteria and so forth. The only problem that most people are not aware of is that silver, after they kill the bacteria, whatever, stays in your body, okay? Yeah. It stays in your body as a heavy metal. So there have been actually reports of people even turning blue because the accumulation of that silver. And then many people, I have friends that I can do my own colloidal silver at home. Some things you don't want to mess up with, So these biochemists found a way to make the silver particles actually nano size. So in 24 hours to 48 hours, they all leave the body, but they get rid of anything that is alive in your body that shouldn't be there. People started spraying it on the skin with tremendous results. So we have actually a skin product. So anybody that is interested, in when the winter is coming and they say there's bugs are around or whatever, well, you cannot prevent that, but you can actually improve your immune system, right?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. And talking to my viewers here, as when I'm trying to introduce someone in their products and services, hopefully in the situation, not only can it make you healthy, but you can also generate some income from it. So that's what Pablo is indicating there. But what I'd also like to ask you too is that I've been seeing a lot of issues in terms of peptides and the thing that they're trying to do for weight loss. And everybody does their thing at the beginning of the year, do their, what do you call them, and saying, we're going to do this by the end of the, and they never do. And so tell me a little bit about the weight loss product, because I know you have that back there. So what are you presenting?
Yeah, and thank you for reminding me. I have so many exciting things to share.
I know.
30 minutes that is like, oh my God, I didn't talk about. I'm sure we're down. So I didn't mention this or that. I have an issue all my life. I had an issue with weight. Okay, even though I was an athlete, like you mentioned, I played rugby for 10 years when I was younger. When we were younger, we could eat whatever, and we just burn it, right? But suddenly you turn into your 40s or your 50s, and I'm the kind of person that I'm Italian by genetically, so I like to eat, and I like to eat rich foods, and I don't really like to work out too much. I don't like to go to the gym or whatever. Yeah. So I have a tendency to gain weight very, very easily. So I got to the point where I was at 235 pounds, okay? And I'm only 5'9", so I'm not that tall. And I'm going, man, I need to do something. And it's not easy. It's not easy to change habits, right?
Right.
So we have a product, if you heard about GLP and GLP-1 and so forth, right? There's going to be so many lawsuits coming up in the next 20 years with all these people that are getting in some of these drugs that you have to take them so carefully that nobody is, okay? So they're having already issues with muscle atrophy and bone density loss and things like that, that you have to be very, but they're products that people lose weight very, very quickly, right? Without much effort. Well, there's a price to pay for everything in life, right?
Yeah,
so we have a product, it comes either on capsules, and it has all the benefits of the GLP-1s with none of the side effects, okay? And either comes in a coffee, so if you like to take coffee or chocolate or matcha, or actually a lemonade, this is my favorite because I can take it cold, or in capsules. But we have a whole program, okay? I was able to go from my heavy weight to 175 pounds,
awesome.
Okay? But listen to this, I kept it off for 2 years so far. Because before I will get rid of the weight and then I will gain it away again, right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people say, well, I lose the weight and then I gain it back. And then I say, well, just do the first half. Don't do the other half.
Do the losing part. Don't get the other part, right?
But what I do is I provide coaching, complimentary coaching to anybody that wants to get in the program, because I get tremendous referrals from people. Now, I can some of the products that I mentioned, my pain can go away. If you see me, you don't know that, right? But if I drop 20 or 30 pounds, people notice, right? And they're gonna ask you, what are you doing? So we get so many referrals from people that looking younger and feeling better and so forth. So the weight release, and I don't like to call weight loss, okay? This is one of the things that I teach on the psychological part, because if you lose something, what do you want to do?
Get it
you
back.
Want to find it, right? You want to get it back, right? So I said, don't lose the weight, release the weight, right? So I teach people to be very grateful for the bodies.
Okay, mental process. Okay.
Exactly. So anyway, so if anybody's interested in that, we provide the products. We provide actually help creating their own diet program and so forth. And I also provide the psychology aspect of it. That way they can actually get the results that they want.
Okay. And the other thing too, and I'm not one of those people who look at a pet and consider him a family member, but other people do. There's so many other people out there that do. I had an interviewee on my program early on, and he provided mushrooms for pets. It was particularly interested in pets. And so the product that I offer, you can also use it for yourself for the first 12 hours, and then you can give the second portion of it to your pet or put it on your pet and let the sun help the pet. And I think you have a product that does that as well. So I'm getting a lot of these pet things. So tell people about your pet product.
Absolutely. Well, number one, the beamer that you mentioned, we have a unit for horses, okay?
Oh, okay.
We have a unit for dogs that is coming up now in August. So anybody because people were using the beamer with the pets with incredible results, and even the horses, okay? So that's something, anybody that if they want their pet to live longer and actually not only slow down the aging, but go back to their energy and movement and so forth, that's phenomenal. And then the pain product that I mentioned, because if your dog is hurting, you don't know, but the dogs are scratching themselves, they're doing different things. Actually, we have it for pets, for dogs and cats. And we also have another product that I didn't get to mention, which is to get rid of heavy metals. Okay, this is another incredible products. And people started putting those drops into the pets' foods, and incredible because pets get even more heavy metals that we do because of their lifestyle and where they're going.
Okay.
So I can definitely help not just humans, but all mammals, by the way. Yes.
Okay.
So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
Oh, no, not a problem. I just wanted to try to get as much in here as I possibly could, considering we had a little issue at the beginning of it. But tell folks how they can reach out, or how they can contact you. What do they need to do to reach out?
If they know you, they can just talk to you and say, hey, I want to talk to Pablo. If they want to reach me directly, they can go to, I give you two websites. One is thehealthymentor.com. If you go over there, they can just put that information, and all consultations are free. There's no obligation. I educate more than I sell. Because if I educate the customer, they want to get better. They're going to buy something, right? So I don't have to convince anybody. But I like to help people feel better, grow younger, live longer, sleep better. So thehealthymentor.com or pablohealth.com.
Okay.
Either two,
but they can find you on in social media as well, LinkedIn, and also Facebook.
Make sure they mention. Make sure if you're watching, Ryan, make sure you mention that you connected to me through Verner, because he's a very good friend. I'd like to give you credit for that. Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And God, I mean, it looks like we've run out of time, Pablo, and I know we have a lot more to talk about, so I'll probably have to have you back. And so, again, thank you so much for being available and sharing your information with the folks. And like I said, maybe we can do it again and talk a little bit more about some of the other issues and things, even about your mentorization, what, if you want to think about it that way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, until we meet again, the rest of you out there, as I always say, when we leave off of here, say, continue to be blessed, and let you know the best is yet to come. And next week, I'm going to be talking about Super One. You've heard about that? Super One's coming back because the World Cup is ending. And so we need to talk about that. But in the meantime,
go Argentina.
All right. Yes, Argentina. That's what I thought you too. Argentina. Awesome. Okay. The best is yet to come, and you guys have a blessed one. Thank you.
Voting is more than just a right, it's a powerful tool for change. Every vote counts and every voice matters. Voting protects your rights and helps to build a better future. And it's a way to hold our leaders accountable. Voting isn't just about the big elections either. Local elections impact our daily lives. It is important to study the candidates and the issues in order to make an informed decision. Don't sit it out. Your vote is your power. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.